Yes. Yes. Hello. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Oh, how y'all doing? Yes, we're back. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Whether you're watching this live, or you watching this a little bit after the fact, appreciate you for tuning in. Good Lord, I'm bright. Oh my God, I'm so bright. Let me turn this shit down. I gotta turn these lights. Ooh, all right. I'm light skinned, but let's cool it. Let's cool it a little bit. Here we go. A nice blue, a nice little blue. Let's settle this shit down. Keeping things. There we go. Nice and moody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Likewise. Hello. I'm rambling on. How y'all doing? Dio. Thank you. Gracias. This. I appreciate the support. I appreciate y'all tuning in, following with the boy. It's a little solo mission this week. Just it's a little conversation between me and you. As we feel. We got a lot of things to discuss. We got a lot of feelings that we have within ourselves, and we have a lot of things that we might have going on wrong mentally. That's why we need a doctor. You don't have Dr. Phil today, you have Dr. Ghazi. We will be watching these episodes, but if you have any life advice that you might want from me, your entrusted tiger friend, I definitely have a lot of great advice for you. So, if you have it, put it in the chat. You can ask me. I'll give you my honest opinion. If you have any questions about life, any things about the grand scheme of things, I'm here for you. But until then, we'll be watching with Dr. Phil. Now, I have to say, a little disclaimer, Dr. Phil's a hack. Not really that great of a therapist or this, that, and the other. But, hey, it is what it is. We're not really watching it for Dr. Phil. We're watching for the spectacle. We're watching to see people put their lives out for the world to see. And in front of all these wine moms that just love them. That's what we're here to see. That's what we want to see tonight. So, hey, you know what? I'm not even going to waste any more time. We're getting into it. Let's do it. We got 2 episodes. I got two things for y'all. 2. We're going for 2 tonight.
Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
I love Chris, Dr. Phil. Chris loves me.
You both love the same guy.
An obsessed love triangle.
I've been in a lot of these cat fights before. You said she's a fat lesbian whore.
Yes.
And you say she's a psycho.
Most definitely.
Aileen posted a lot of bad comments about Sandy online.
Sandy says, I am thankful for my electric blanket. Aileen responds, with all that fat, you need an electric blanket?
They both claim they're the one he loves.
You say you were engaged to Chris.
He gave me this ring. We looked at wedding dresses.
But what does he say?
Did you ask her to marry you?
Not that I can recall.
Do you have trouble being unclear?
I do sometimes.
Let's do it.
I don't know why these people just put their shit out there like this. It's actually baffling. It's actually baffling to me that people are like, I'm in a love triangle. I think I'm going to go... Dr. Phil's got to solve this. Dr. Phil's got to solve it. That's it. Simple as. There he is. Hey, all the middle-aged women love him. Yes. Woo! Look at all of them. They're all clapping, standing and clapping. Oh, we love him. We love Dr. Phil.
Well, today, 2 women fighting over 1 guy. Sound like a dream come true for most men, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this love triangle has turned into a nightmare for him. Talking about our guest, Chris. He is caught between his ex-wife, Sandy, and his ex-girlfriend, Aileen. Now, he's not with either one of them at the moment, but says they are each obsessed with getting him back. Now, both women say they are sure that they are the one that he loves.
Chris and I were married about 3 years when our relationship started falling apart. When Chris and I divorced, our daughter and I had moved out of the home.
A few months after Sandy moved out of the house, I got a roommate.
Christopher had put an ad on Craigslist. I answered it. Christopher opened the door and I said, oh my God, this guy is so good looking.
After about a month, Aileen and I became romantically involved.
Christopher, ex-wife. Sandy did not like the fact that Christopher and I were dating.
Yes,
and
Aileen.
Clash.
I thought she was a bitch.
You must not know a lot of
After
Southern
several
people.
years of divorce, Sandy wanted.
I know Aileen's, Eileen's, Eleen's. It's tough.
I want Christopher back. Christopher is the love of my life.
I want to be with Chris, and I want Chris back into my life.
I think Sandy is a crazy, crazy bitch for breaking
Whoa,
up our
all right.
relationship.
Aileen should butt out and go on with her life.
Christopher and I
Tell him,
were
sister.
engaged. I considered Christopher my fiance. Christopher gave me a diamond ring for Christmas.
I was never engaged to Aileen.
Chris gave her a ring for her 50th birthday because he felt like nobody else would get her anything.
Damn.
Christopher and I had picked out wedding dresses. Christopher had his wedding tie picked out.
Aileen and I had once talked about what a nice wedding would be, but we had never actually planned one for ourselves.
I hate to break it to Aileen. Chris does not love her, and he's not in love with her.
She thinks she's in love with Christopher, and she thinks that Christopher's in love with her.
Chris loves me.
Sandy really needs to know she's not going to get away with this. And I'm not going to just disappear out of Christopher's life.
Sandy says
All right.
Aileen is crazy. Will do anything just to keep Sandy away from her man, Chris. Her man, Chris. It's gotten so bad that Sandy and Chris say they've had to file a total of 9 peace orders against Aileen.
Carlo,
Aileen
my bad.
admits to
I
seeing
should have
the
put
rest, but
content
said Sandy
warning.
deserves it.
White woman. This is a white woman
Because
jump
she's just
scare.
using
I get
Chris
it.
for
I'm
his
sorry.
money.
That's on me.
Chris
That's
was
on me.
able to get a peace order finally against Aileen.
The peace order prevents me from having any contact with Christopher.
It does not protect me or my daughter at all. I am constantly being harassed by Aileen. Aileen contacted the university I was attending to tell them I was a druggie and alcoholic.
Damn.
I told them about the child support that she was not reporting, so she wouldn't get as much financial aid.
At my daughter's birthday party, we heard a knock on the door. It was Child Protective Services. Aileen claimed I beat my daughter.
I felt that Sandy was an unfit mother. I was just looking out for the welfare of their daughter.
Dio, you said both these women look like the kind of person who would be very mean at the grocery store. And look, the whole basis of Dr. Phil is white people behaving badly. Everybody on this show is a Karen in some form or fashion. It is what it is.
Tagged as CPS. It has caused problems with me to get a job. Aileen.
Hold on. Sorry not to jump on the white man train, but he a little too fine. They look like the fruit from both sides. Hey! Let's relax. Let's cool it. We're not here for that. We're not here for that. We are here to have a serious discussion about a love triangle. Let's cool it. Let's relax.
This is where I live. My daughter and I are in fear when it comes to Aileen.
I've driven through Sandy's apartment complex to monitor how much time Christopher spends over there.
My front door mat and my wreath was stolen. I think Aileen stole my wreath.
Aileen stole my wreath.
I'm not going to drive down to steal a wreath.
Aileen is crazy.
Sandy is delusional.
I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't try to kill us. She is that crazy.
Well, charming. I've been in a lot of these cat fights before. You know, this is not my first rodeo, so I'm really interested in seeing who is going to...
This is what the challenge is based off of. No. I'm about to fucking kick you from the stream, dude. Don't do this. No. No. Oh, no.
tell me the truth today. I know things neither one of you know I know. I have private investigators, I have staffs, I have talked to people you don't even know that I've talked to and have information from. So you lie to me, I'm going to catch you in a lie. Have you been harassing her?
I have not been around her, bothered her
Okay,
in months.
now, come on. Is this really how you want to spend your time with me?
I haven't been harassing
Have you
her.
been harassing her? And you say, oh, listen, I don't have...
Dio, you would be shocked the amount of women in this audience that are actually legitimately horny for Dr. Phil.
I have not.
You have not been harassing her. All right, well, here's a list
You'd be
of
shocked.
harassment that Aileen admits to. She told Chris' neighbors she would kill Sandy. You admit that.
I didn't admit I was going to kill her. She was sitting in my bedroom.
Did you call the university loan office to tell them that Sandy gets child support?
Yes, I
and therefore
did.
she shouldn't be getting a loan? Is
Yes,
that
I did.
harassment?
I did that 3 years ago. Yes.
Okay, so, yes. Did you call the adoption agency to get info on Sandy?
No, because I had the paperwork from the house.
Chris's documents, of course.
So you sold his documents.
They were
Why did you
in the-
tell us that you called the
Look.
adoption agency?
Okay, I called the adoption agency.
If there's one thing I can't deny Dr.
So
Phil,
you called the
Dr. Phil
adoption
does his
agency.
fucking
Is this
homework.
really how you want
At least when he
to
wants to. He
after
does the
asking
right
things
homework.
5 times
Don't
before
ask
you
him
tell
about
me the
politics,
truth?
though, please.
No.
Come on. You've called CPS 2 times to report Sandy.
Yes.
They came to her daughter's birthday party.
I didn't know when they came.
Yeah, well, that's when they came.
All right.
Did you send a letter to Sandy's boyfriend in 2009
Yes,
and
I
cause
did.
him to break up?
Yes, I
You
did.
don't
Damn.
consider that harassment.
That is.
Did you cancel Sandy's birthday reservations at a restaurant?
Yes, I did.
That's hate.
So you
That's
knew
real
that
hate
she
right
had
there.
a
I
reservation
applaud
restaurant
that. That's
with
real
Chris.
hate. Real hate.
And so you called the restaurant.
Real
and said,
haters
"Hey,
stand up.
This is Sandy. I need to cancel for tonight." And they show up. They got no reservation.
Yes.
Okay. Did you get her car towed?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you ask friends that were working in the collections
Hey,
business?
Krylo, you asked why
to
they laughing.
sue
Hey,
into her credit?
there's a live crowd.
Did you
The
nickname her
crowd
Queen?
will get in on a Dr. Phil
Yes.
show. That's what I'm
You
saying.
called her slut, lesbian, whore, bitch, gold digger, liar, and alcoholic.
Hey,
Yes.
look. Hey, it is what it
Took
is.
Photos of her at the post office.
Yes.
Hater of the
2
year.
days ago, you filed
Hater of the
a lawsuit.
millennium, actually.
She
Like,
flew
hey,
on my
Dia, like you said,
cell phone.
You
legendary
don't know
hater.
about this, but she's
Hall of
got
Fame
a
hater.
small
I love
town.
it. I'm all about it.
That's awesome because you know why? The sheriff's department was
Aileen.
convicted, and they actually took it out to the curb with us.
Yeah. But you filed a lawsuit, right?
Yes.
Okay. See how much faster things go when you tell the truth.
Okay.
Goes pretty well, right?
Yes, it does.
How about you? You been harassing her?
I contacted her employment to find out and let them know what she does to children because she works at a daycare location. I sent an email to her aunt to have her to stop and leave us alone. And I sent an email to her father because of her posting a check of ours with a routing account number online because of that filing.
And this is all because you both love the same guy.
I love Chris, Dr. Phil, but like I've told him, am I in love with him? No. Is he in love with me? No. Are we taking it slow? Yes. It's not just about Chris and me anymore.
What?
It's about our daughter.
What the hell?
And our daughter is our number one concern. Do I want Chris back?
Do I love him?
And you
Yes.
want
Does he love me?
to
Not
be
really.
close.
Yes, I've been with him for 6.5 years.
So you sent a letter to where she works.
No, I called.
called.
I called.
I called him.
And did they tell you about that?
Yes.
And what kind of work do you do?
I work in a business office in a daycare center. And the human resource told me one day that somebody with a southern accent had called reporting that I had federal and criminal charges and that I was a child molester and that I shouldn't be working around kids and that I should be fired. I've got documentation of that and
Well, actually, I do too. And
Oh.
they didn't say all of that. The letter they sent to you on 7/17 of this year said, yesterday at 3:41, I received an anonymous call at our main office number from a woman with a southern accent, as you say,
Yep.
asking to speak with someone in human resources. She told me that she wanted to warn us that we employed a woman who was dangerous and abusive, and that she, the caller, was concerned for the welfare of the children in our care. She then proceeded to tell me that this person had broken state and federal laws and would soon be served at work. I told her that all of our employees have a thorough criminal background check prior to their first day of work, and we will be notified if there is any problem with the law. I checked the caller ID and found out that the call came from Sandra's phone. I spoke to our employee, Aileen, and told her that threatening and personal phone calls are not permitted at work and that she needed to make sure that we did not receive any more crank calls of this nature. So they call you in and tell you, don't you have people calling up here trashing you anymore? Okay, sorry, I'll cut back on the trash phone calls. All right, coming up, we're going to find out why Aileen created an alter ego named Claudia in order to keep tabs on her nemesis. And later, we're going to meet Mr. Wonderful.
Aileen.
Because Chris is here, we're going to talk to him and find out how he feels about being in this crossfire. We'll be right back.
Hey, bitch.
When I think about Sandy, I feel disgusted.
When I think about Aileen, I feel sorry for her.
I personally don't think she's attractive. Sandy's bad.
Ah!
Psycho.
Now keep in mind, they're doing all this over a mediocre white dude. These two women aren't much different than a lot of y'all furries. I know. I seen y'all do it. I ain't passing off judgment. I'm just saying.
Monday on an all-new Dr. Phil.
I believe that my mom killed my sister's best friend and buried her in the backyard.
Our daughter's outrageous accusations.
You said you were passed around to your dad's
Yes,
friends.
Dio, I'm on your head.
Did this
I'm
happen?
on your head.
Are her recollections
I'm on all y'all's
I have
head.
memories, and I have memories.
or just her imagination?
I'm on all y'all's
Crazy
head.
is crazy.
Now,
You sit here accused of molesting your daughter and murdering multiple people. Is everybody ready to hear the truth here?
I need to know if this is real. None of it happened. Oh my God.
No, you don't get to do this. It is not a response to say, oh, well, I
Dio, Josh is not
If you
mediocre.
wanna unplug
They not mediocre. I'm just saying. I'm just saying a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all, you know, hey, I see it. This video, thank you, Chris Tamer. I don't know who the fuck you are, but salute.
When I think about Sandy, I feel disgusted.
When I think about Aileen, I feel sorry for her.
Sandy's a slut. Sandy has dated a serial rapist. Sandy will sleep with any man that will sleep with her.
It's true.
What's important for people to know is she's psycho. Nobody wants her around.
I personally don't think she's attractive. Sandy's fat. At one point, she was living with a girl, so she might be a lesbian or
What Aileen needs to know is she needs to get help.
what Sandy doesn't realize is your past always catches up with you, and karma will get her.
She's fat? You're no minnow.
I know.
And, oh,
You said she's a fat lesbian whore.
I said that.
And you say she's a psycho.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, she even threw our wedding bench away, and me and Chris aren't even together anymore.
What's a wedding bench?
The bench that we got when we got married, that was sitting outside our home.
Oh,
wedding
Been sitting there
bench.
for years.
Oh
I
my.
just put it on the curb.
Hold on. Wedding bench. I'm from the South. I'm born and raised. I've never fucking heard of a wedding bench. Wedding bench rental? What the fuck are y'all? Oh my god. Y'all. I don't want to harp too much on the Caucasian race, but it's not looking good.
well, I've been married 37 years now. I have a wedding bench.
You didn't put it on your wedding registry.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
So you've been with Chris for 6.5 years,
Yes.
and you two were in love.
Yes.
You say you were engaged to Chris.
Early on, in like 2008 or 9.
He gave you a ring.
He gave me this ring
This
last
ring he
year.
asked you?
Yes.
That's very nice. Very nice. Now, that's an engagement ring.
He bought it for me for my 50th birthday. We're not engaged, but I think there's feelings there.
Did he say that was an engagement
No,
ring?
he did not.
Did he ask you to marry him?
Long time ago when we were engaged, yes.
Oh
Oh,
man.
you were engaged.
We were.
But he didn't ask
No,
you.
We
to
were.
marry
This
him.
one here, No, I'm not engaged. He bought me this ring because I wanted it, but he says that we're just friends. But I don't think friends just buy somebody a 1-carat diamond ring.
But when did he ask you to marry him?
In 2008 or 9, and then we split up. We didn't really split up. One day he just said, we're not getting married, but we continue to live together.
But you were engaged. He did ask you
But
to
you
marry him. How did you
were.
do it?
It was just, it was.
Oh man, they are having a bob off.
It was just something he wrote my.
They are having a bob
he
off.
sent me
These
the email
fuck ass
one time.
bobs.
Copied that
He
email?
said, no, because Christopher deleted it off of the computer. He had said, I would like to marry her to make her happy. We had looked at wedding dresses. We had picked out his tie. And then just one day,
Who
we're driving
is
in the car
winning?
and he's like, we're not getting married. There was no
I
explanation.
mean, Aileen's got it. It's a classy. It's a classy. A little off to the
there
side,
was never
but
like a formal proposal,
man,
as
fucking.
you say, But it was just an understanding.
I don't
that
know.
We were gonna get married.
I think Santa's rocking that shit.
Because usually,
Well, usually,
To be fair, Dr. Phil is
a-
the only winner on the
so I
Dr.
remember when
Phil
Robin
show.
asked me to marry her.
He is the only winner. He is the only winner.
Yes, really?
There was never like a proposal either.
Oh, for everybody that doesn't know, that the woman that they cut to, that is Robin. That is Dr. Phil's wife. She is also a source of wisdom for the women on the show. A woman's perspective.
There was
But
a
you
ring,
did wind up married.
unfortunately.
But that's
yeah.
kind of
Milf
going
alert.
downhill
Hey,
because now he has
time
a
out.
protection order against
Dio, you're in timeout. Go.
Yeah, he does.
Go.
now she's pulling him away and he starts spending time with her because he wants to be with his daughter.
He tells me that he just wants to spend time with his daughter, which I didn't have a problem with, but every Wednesday he'd go eat dinner at her house and she'd be posting stuff on Facebook.
On your fake account that you're watching.
On Chris and I are family. Chris and I cuddle on the couch. Christopher calls me during the day to send me little notes to say I love you. Chris is my baby, loving my baby. I mean, every day.
Every day.
I just chapped your ass, right?
Yeah, I mean, every single day because I know him and Chris does not sit there and cuddle on the couch and,
Obviously, it's who he's with, that he's cuddling with.
Thank you for,
She's got an attitude, man.
She's calling.
Oh, she's got an
Did you
attitude.
harass her on
A
Facebook?
little head cop.
If she
All
made a
right.
comment, I would make a comment back.
Oh, wait,
It's nothing
redirect that.
inappropriate just to comment back.
Somewhere inappropriate. She put her inappropriate things
Did you
about
have
me.
did you have a fake ID?
Christopher and I had made one years ago on Facebook.
So you did go on using
Yes.
a false ID so you could get
Keep track of.
friended.
When I sent her a friend, she accepted the request, and then later on,
You say
she took
that's
me
because
off.
she's desperate for any friends she can find.
At one point, she had over 1,000 friends.
Is that bad to have 1,000
It's
friends?
always
No,
Facebook.
but I just don't think that you.
It's
I
always
just think
Facebook.
that you
Golly,
don't
it's always
personally know that many
Facebook.
people. You get a request. No, it's not. But I'm just saying.
Dr. Phil,
it's
can I
just
ask a
request.
Well, I've got millions. Does that mean there's
'cause
something wrong with me?
No, but you're like Dr. Phil. We're just like regular people.
I get it.
Sandy says, I am thankful for my snooze button and electric blanket. So, Aileen, as Claudia responds, with all that fat, you need an electric blanket?
Last week on Dr. Phil.
Oh man, on the
I
head.
was married to the prophet
On
of
the
these
head.
people.
This 85-year-old man who has 64 other wives.
A former sect member confronts her polygamous father.
My father condoned my marriage.
How does that make sense to a father to marry his daughter off to the crypt keeper?
You're gonna say they're out of the age, but you don't know when this episode's filmed. I don't know what it is either. It's within the last 10 years for
Has
sure.
used
But
several fake profiles on Facebook.
we might have a
I
date
used
at some point.
a
They might give us a
name
date.
of somebody that she went to high school with.
Aileen posted a lot of bad comments about Sandy online.
Aileen has called me a whore, a bitch, a gold digger.
Sandy would post about how they were a couple and she was in love with Christopher and that he loves her. When I see these posts, I know that they're lies.
Okay, well, actually, that's kind of interesting. But I said I had a lot of information that y'all didn't know I had. I actually was able to go backwards and capture a lot of those exchanges between you as Claudia and you.
All right.
They're probably bad. I'm not gonna deny it.
Well, here's what Sandy posted. Sandy, I am thankful for my health and everybody that stood beside me through the years when I didn't know if I would see the next day. Well, Aileen, as Claudia says, too bad you didn't drop dead.
Damn.
She just posted that because she wants sympathy from other people.
I don't need sympathy.
I don't
Sandy
need
says,
sympathy.
I am thankful for my snooze button and electric blanket. I enjoyed sleeping in a little while longer today. Thankful for the omelet my baby made and served me in my bed. So Aileen, as Claudia responds, with all that fat, you need an electric blanket?
Damn. Oh, deal, you found. Oh, so this from 2014.
I
Ooh.
need an electric blanket.
Yeah,
I'm fat
yeah.
too, so.
And you don't have Chris sleeping in your bed any longer either, do you?
Ooh.
Oh, and you do?
Many nights a week.
Well, I hope he gets tested.
Sandy says dinner is
Damn.
served and puts
Damn.
a picture of dinner. Aileen, as Claudia says, you cooked this last time. Pasta, biscuits, meat, green beans, no variety. No wonder you're so blinking fat.
Why did I show his hands like
With
this?
the in-laws and loving our family. Aileen, as Claudia says, bitch, you are divorced. They are not.
Bitch, you are divorced. Bitch, you are divorced. Oh man, on the head. Oh golly. Ooh, man.
So Sandy Post ordered our dog Caesar his Christmas outfit for pictures so he will match everyone. Love my doggy. Aileen Post, you dumb bitch. Why do you continue to lie? You walked that dog like once. Sandy says, with my wonderful daughter and Chris, we discussed all we're thankful for, and my daughter said she was thankful for parents that love her and having our family back together. That means a lot to us both. Aileen, as Claudia says, so sorry that her family getting back together will be short-lived. Your daughter has had so much turmoil in her life. No wonder she has so many issues.
She has had turmoil in her life.
She's also adopted, and I kept mine. You didn't have yours.
Ooh.
Sandy says the best thing in life is finding someone who knows all your flaws, mistakes, weaknesses, and still thinks you're completely amazing. Aileen, as Claudia says,
Whoa.
OMG, this is so funny. You have a bunch of flaws. You're fat. Your blank smells like dead fish.
Damn. God damn.
You're a cheater, and your biggest mistake was moving here, but that won't last long, and you're amazing in your own mind.
Shit.
You're blank. Really?
Your pussy smells like dead fish. Oh. Gotta take a break for that one. Your pussy smells like dead fish. Damn.
Christopher told me that.
Oh.
Very classy.
Okay, that wasn't one of my
For
classroom
a 50-year-old
moments, but-
lady, that means a lot, right?
50.
I'm sure
50 years
everyone's trying
old.
to know what is so great about this guy, Chris. Does he have some magic elixir or powers that have put a spell on these two women? So I'm going to bring him out here, but you can't be here because there's a no contact order
Damn.
by the court. You can't be in contact with him.
Okay,
And so I'm going to have you go off,
okay,
and we're going to put you in the green room with full monitor. You'll be able to see everything. You'll be able to
Okay.
hear everything. You'll be able to talk, but you're going to need to talk to me.
okay,
You can't talk to him.
okay.
So I'm going to
Hey,
move
hey,
people and
now,
furniture.
how did both of y'all just say that dick has to be crazy? Both of y'all. Y'all, both of y'all gotta leave. Y'all gotta leave, man. I can't have this. I can't have this.
Cameras and do everything I can to stay within the spirit of this agreement. We'll be right back.
I want Chris back into my life.
And I don't really consider us a romantic couple.
I am hoping that Christopher and I will work towards getting married someday.
Aileen can't understand that I don't love her anymore.
I want Chris back into my life. Chris will spend the night with us. He will have dinner with us, but we are not having sex. And we will not until the time is right.
And I don't really consider us a romantic couple. If we didn't share a daughter together, I don't think that Sandy and I would have a relationship.
They got a
Chris and I are
kid?
very happy, and we have a
Ooh.
I miss Christopher every day. I feel
Damn.
Christopher, in his own way, he does love me. I mean, there's feelings there. They may be buried. I mean, every couple goes through ups and downs.
Aileen can't understand that I don't love her anymore.
I am hoping that Christopher and I will work towards getting married someday.
I do not want a romantic relationship with Aileen because of the problems. We really can't even be friends.
I think Christopher needs to see that I've changed and that I deserve a second chance.
At this point, I need for Aileen to move on and out of my life. The most important thing to me is to be a good parent and focus on what's in the best interest for my family.
Well, we've been talking about Chris, but he is here. So, Chris, come on out and join us. How you doing? Good to meet you. Have a seat right here, if you would. In accordance with the protection order that you filed with the court, you were listening before. Aileen is not out here. She is watching this. Why are you in this mess? This is like a tug of war.
All right, Carlo. I don't want you getting in on the other's debauchery.
The best way to explain it is it's really progressed, and there were signs that, you know,
Dr.
I
File.
should have done something differently a while ago.
How did you and Sandy meet? You two met. You were married how long? How many years?
We got married in 01 and divorced in 08.
Okay, so you're 7 years. And how did y'all meet?
Online.
And then how did you meet Aileen?
I was looking for a roommate after Sandy left. I had posted some things.
You met her and then she moved in, but it wasn't a romantic thing until later.
It was fairly soon. It wasn't
Like 30 days, a week, 20 minutes?
Less. What I'll say is less than 30 days.
Did you ask her to marry you?
I have not, and
You never asked her to marry you.
not that I can recall.
Did you go
that-
pick out her wedding dress with her?
I remember looking. I don't remember the reason. It was not to plan a wedding.
Aileen, you wanted to say something?
We had planned to have the wedding in South Carolina,
Oh, of course. Of
if
course.
he recalls.
Of course.
Because we were supposed to get married June 26th,
Golly.
um,
This would be a
2010.
Carolina issue.
Okay.
And the daisy tie, that was for the wedding.
But that was, I believe that she kind of prompted this, and we just discussed, you know, if we do this at some point, what will we like? What are our
Do you have trouble
preferences?
being unclear with people?
I do sometimes.
Because you sound
At least
like
he's
you're
honest.
being unclear
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Because I'm asking you some questions that really aren't essay questions, but
Right.
I'm getting a lot of essay answers.
She was looking at these things, and you know, what do you think of this? You know, when you know if you were to get married, would this be nice? And
You, at this point, Aileen, you want to marry Chris.
That would be my ultimate goal, but I don't see that as happening. I would just like to be in his life.
Did I not tell you that y'all could be friends, but she would not be near my daughter? Did I not?
No, you
She
did
would not be
Did you?
near my
In the
daughter.
house. You have no clue.
Do you want your daughter around Aileen?
no, I don't.
Why not?
Her intention's just to hurt several people, and my daughter may not be
the direct target, but she takes a lot of the emotional brunt of everything that happens. Because things that hurt us really hurt her.
So this is hurting your daughter.
Yes.
And so you think Aileen is causing pain to your daughter, unquestionably?
Yes.
How do you feel about that, Aileen? They're both saying that you are causing pain to their child.
Okay, I don't mean to cause pain to their daughter. She has told their daughter over and over what kind of bad person I am. You know, Sandy has gone as far as contacting my ex-husband and get information from his wife about what happened with my divorce. You know, that is none of her business.
I think we should talk about that a little bit. There's more to this story when we come back.
Chris and I are not the only ones that's been harassed by Aileen. After Aileen and her ex-husband divorced, he got back with his childhood sweetheart.
Neither of these women are normal. Nobody on this show is normal. Not a soul on this show is normal. None of the guests, none of the hosts, none of the people in the audience, not even the cameraman. None of them are normal.
She accuses her mother of sex abuse and murder. Are her recollections real?
I have memories and I have memories. None of that.
Is everybody ready to hear the truth here?
That's Monday.
That's Monday. Golly. No, it's oof. Yeah, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil.
With Christopher.
He might have been.
I was going to make his life a living
Who knows?
hell.
Who's to say?
Lost her mind and started doing crazy things.
I took all the door handles off, every single door.
Aileen told the neighbor that she was going to kill me.
I would leave all the lights on in the house. I would run the water.
Aileen would send text messages to Chris. I am flooding your house. I hope you don't care.
My house felt like a war zone.
Well, that was just a small list of things Chris and Sandy say Aileen has done to get revenge. Now, Aileen admits to a lot of it, and Sandy says she is sick of being harassed by this woman. But the truth is, Sandy is not the only one who says Aileen has crazy behavior.
Oh, Lord.
Aileen's ex-husband's current wife, Francina, says she went through the exact torture Sandy is going through now. Take a look.
Chris and I
are
not the only ones that's been harassed by Aileen. Aileen has done this before to her ex-husband and his wife. After Aileen and David divorced, he got back with his childhood sweetheart, Francina. Aileen did not like this at all. Aileen started calling in fake Child Protective Services reports on Francina.
Francina became friends with Sandy because Sandy tried to get information about me and my past.
Man.
Francina and I have become friends because we feel like we're going through the same thing with Aileen. Aileen has stopped harassing Francina because she now has Chris and I to harass. Francina has told me that Aileen will
These B-roll shots are killing me. They just tell them, hey, just embrace each other real quick. Just ooh.
I am in fear that until she does find a new target, that she will make my
Hey,
life
Dio, look, I can't lie. Sometimes that mid be hitting. Sometimes the mid be hitting right. I don't know. I get it.
Well, Aileen, what's your response to that? I mean, is that true? Did you harass that woman the way you've admitted harassing this one?
The resentment I have towards Francina is if I'd call to try to talk to my daughters, she would be like, they're not home, you know.
Did you ruin their credit by ordering a bunch of stuff in their name?
I didn't ruin their credit.
Did you order a bunch of stuff in their name?
I didn't order a bunch of stuff. I ordered pizzas and magazines.
Pizzas and magazines. Well, it's interesting. I'm looking at the Twitter feed up here and seeing what our viewers at home are saying. Vicki Whitworth says, wake up, people. This child deserves better role models. None of you are 13.
Yep.
Helen Lusk, 1957, says, for someone who is such a smooth talker, he's sure stuttering around. Fifi Flea says, there's a lot of denial and deception going on here. This man has been playing both women, and he should admit it.
Damn. We got live interactions from Dr. Phil. The Dr. Phil
They
fandom.
think you're being unclear.
Hey, what do y'all think that they call the Dr. Phil fandom? Phil Natics. Let's workshop this, people. Let's workshop this. We got to come up with the Dr. Phil fandom name. What is your Dr. Phil Sona?
Apparently. And you said sometimes you are less than clear.
Yeah.
This is a great time for clarity.
Okay.
Are you interested in reconciling
The freaks. I like it.
with Sandy?
I believe as far as
Good point.
as far as, just being very close and co-parenting together, we already have. We're doing that. Have I decided, yes or no, that I definitely want a romantic relationship? I have not. And so if I'm not certain,
One of the
The
real
answer's
fat
gonna
people
be
he
no.
tries to break out
But
of
that's
being
something we
fat.
had
That's your
both
Phil
agreed
Sona.
on, that
Damn.
we're happy. Do we love each other? Yes. Are we in love? No. But do we want to be the parents that our child needs? Yes.
I'd like to state my opinion on this. I've been accused of lying and accused of playing them, and I'd like to know how it is that I'm doing this. And I've never suggested to anyone that, I'm a smooth type of character.
Well, that's not an opinion. That's not an opinion. That's a question, but I will answer it right after the break.
I'd like to know.
Oh, Jesus. Wait.
We can't do this show without you, our studio audience.
If you are going to be in the Los Angeles area and you would like free tickets, go to drphil.com and click on Be in the Audience.
Because we have a lot of fun here, don't we?
Yay!
323-461-PHIL. That's 323-461-7445.
Who wants to go to Hollywood and see Dr. Phil?
My family and
Love triangle seems like such an old ass phrase. That's true. Everybody's in poly relationships now. It is what it is. Everybody said fuck the triangle. We don't need it. Everybody loves it. We don't give a fuck.
We're living in fear of Aileen. One of my greatest fears is that Aileen won't get over the situation. And I am afraid that she might escalate her behavior and things could even get worse.
When someone is crazy, you never know what they will do next.
Oh, the love Illuminati?
I'm the bad person. All I try to do is try to keep
Stay
our
woke.
relationship together. And I think she's just flat out crazy. I hope Dr. Phil thinks she's crazy. And I hope you tell her.
Well, Sandy and Aileen say they both love Chris. They both want him back. But what does he want? Let's start with Aileen. Do you hope for, look for, or entertain the possibility of a reconciliation with Aileen?
No, I don't think that would be, that there'd be any reason for
Would
doing
you
that.
like
We're
to
past
go
that
to
point.
couples therapy with Aileen
No.
and work on this and try
No.
to see if there's a
I hate that
basis
bitch. Sorry.
here for a relationship?
No more.
No.
All right, we're done.
I think that my children are, in fear of her and have been violated, and she's crossed the line.
Oh, the only reason that his daughter is in fear of me is because of what Sandy has told her.
You said earlier, I hope Dr. Phil tells Sandy that she's crazy. You said, I think she is. I hope he tells her that. What would be your basis? What would you
What would
think
be your
I would
basis?
support that
Well,
diagnosis on?
she met Christopher. She got gastric bypass surgery.
Right.
She got him to adopt her child because she couldn't have a child.
Right.
She got LASIK. She cheated on him twice. She left once. He took her back. A couple months later, she cheated on him again.
All right, so you made a good list there. How is LASIK crazy? Getting
Well,
LASIK?
it's not. I'm just saying her behavior over the years. And
Okay, well, but you
It's
listed
crazy.
what those behaviors were that you wanted me to base a diagnosis of her being deranged on. And on that list, you
Well,
had
I
that
mean,
she got
okay.
LASIK.
well, no, not LASIK, but her posts on Facebook about Chris and I are together. Chris and I are a family. My in-laws, they're divorced. I mean, in her mind, if you go back
And
and look
she's
at
on her
Facebook
ass.
posts, she makes it sound like they're a family. She's not like what she's presenting now. Chris and I are just trying to raise a child together. So
In what way is gastric bypass crazy?
that is not a crazy issue. Just
Okay, so we could take LASIK
Okay.
and gastric
yeah,
bypass
you
off.
can take those off.
So basically, what we're down to is you think she is delusional about the status of her relationship with Chris.
Yes, that is very delusional. Mm-hmm.
And that she uses social media platforms to antagonize you by presenting things as other than they are.
Correct.
Would that be a fair summary?
That would be a fair summary, and she lies a lot.
And she's a liar and a thief and a cheater. You forgot that she dated a serial rapist.
She did. She did do that.
She did. Sorry.
Christopher can verify that.
These would seem to be relationship issues, not issues that Aileen should burden herself with.
Correct.
Okay, let's take a break. When we come back, I'm going to try to sort this out and make some sense, and then we're done.
Then I'm fucking doing this episode. Sorry.
You've all heard me talk about Doctor on Demand, the exciting new
No,
app that
no,
has come out
no,
from
no,
Play.
no.
Hey, for help get exclusive to is there any equivocation, ambiguity whatsoever about whether or not you want to re-engage?
No, do not FaceTime with Dr. Phil. Don't do it.
No, I've decided that's not possible.
You see no wiggle room here whatsoever.
No.
Do you want to continue a relationship with Sandy?
I like the relationship that we have.
Aileen, what do you think about what is being said here?
At this point, I don't even know what to say. I mean, I had thought maybe he was open to something. Marriage wouldn't even be in the picture. I just was looking for if we could be friends.
I think this. I think, Aileen, that you have a problem with boundaries. I think you have trouble letting go once you get invested. And I think you hang on with real desperation sometimes. And I think that you need some help with that. And I am offering to get you some help with this so you have an opportunity to sort out your thoughts and your feelings and your beliefs. And at that point, you may look at this a whole lot differently. Will you allow me to make that gift to you?
Yes.
Because you're certainly not getting anywhere the way you are, right? I mean, people are running away from you, not towards you.
Dr. Phil, may I say something?
No, you may not say anything. I'm having a conversation with this woman about her life. It's totally inappropriate for you to interject. Sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you for that.
That wasn't the gift I was offering. The gift I was offering.
No, but I'm just saying, it's somebody that finally has told her to be quiet while they're trying to talk.
Yeah.
Because that's never happened.
Okay, well, now it's happened. Thanks for being here today. You go to drphil.com for more information. Chris?
Damn, Jesus. Episode ends. Bitch, go to therapy. That's it. That's the episode. Oh, man. What we learned? Everybody, what we learned in this episode? Don't fall in love with mid-white dick. I think we can all take that to heart. That's what I think. All right, we got another one. We're going for 2. We got 2 episodes. We got another one right here. Dio, I'm sorry.
All new Dr. Phil. He met Megan online and fell in love. Then she died.
Oh.
They had her body cremated. I was offered the ashes.
He met a new woman named Allison. She died.
Again, completely devastated.
Hey.
And she came back to life.
Oh.
This has to be a cruel joke.
So what the hell's going on here?
He was duped. For the first time on Dr. Phil,
She's here.
Ooh.
victim and catfish come face to face.
What the hell were you thinking to play with somebody's life like this? Take me through the moment that you decided to box up some human ashes and send those to him.
And get ready for another shock.
The real women behind the pictures of Megan and Allison.
Oh.
Let's do it.
All right.
I
hate that they already gave us the reveals, but ooh, 2 good ones.
the help that you need. 5, 4. This is going to be a changing day in your life. Go, Dr. Phil.
this kind of reaction when I hop on stream. I need a bunch of middle-aged white women to all be standing and cheering and chanting my name.
About love, betrayal, intrigue, and deception.
Woo!
Now you're catching up. Bart, a divorced father of 2 small
Dio, I don't need that, but I want that, damn it.
He hit the jackpot.
I want that.
A beautiful, bright, and successful pediatric oncology nurse at a prestigious hospital in Southern California.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone, damn it.
In 2009, my wife and I went through a divorce. A couple of years later, I guess May of 2012, some friends of mine suggested that I try online dating. I was going through online profiles, and I came across a young lady that really stood out for me. Megan seemed like a nice girl, and she was very beautiful. She was a pediatric oncology nurse at Orange County Children's Hospital.
All right.
We began chatting online and eventually went to telephone and text and then to calls. And about 2 weeks later, we set up a date to meet. And my birthday, June 15th, that was going to be our first date. The morning of June 15th, she called me and she told me that she'd been diagnosed with leukemia. She had 2 brothers, Matt and Mark, and they began texting me when Megan got sick and was in the hospital. She got worse, and eventually her brother, Matt, texted me and said, if you have anything to say to her, you better say it because she's not going to be with us much longer. Within about 2 hours, I got word that she did not make it. After Megan died, the first thing that I received was a journal that was found in Megan's hospital room, and it had a lot about me in it, and so they wanted me to have it. She had also written a final letter to me and a final letter to Allie, her best friend. I got a text from Allie that said, Bart, this is Allie. I know you're not okay. And we texted and talked on the phone. Allie was great. Allie was like the best friend you can imagine. She really helped me through Megan's death. There was no funeral. They had her body cremated, and I certainly would not ask for any of the ashes, but months later, I was offered some. It was a small bag, and I had it at my house. I was so excited about this person, meeting her, this really sweet girl, and all of a sudden, she just died and was gone just like that.
Well, and of course, we are all sorry for his loss, but with his friend Allie by his side, encouraging him to find love again, Bart did eventually get back online, and he met a new woman named Allison.
All right.
Now, she was a beautiful brunette.
Yep.
With a dangerous job as a DEA agent.
Oh!
Weeks later, Allie said, you need to move on with your life. Megan doesn't want you to sit around and mourn. So I turned on my profile. There was a girl that pursued me. This absolute gorgeous girl named Allison. She was from Burbank, California. She worked for the Drug Enforcement Agency as a special agent, did a lot of undercover stuff. And man, we just hit it off. Most of our conversations were text, email, occasional phone call. We eventually worked out our schedule to where we would be able to meet. And something always happened. She said that she was testifying at a trial in Chicago for some people that they had arrested a while back. And while she was there testifying, the gang put out a hit on her life. She was going to go under protection with the U.S. Marshal Service. We'd have to disappear for a while until it was safe. January 13th of this year, I was contacted by her partner, RJ, who I'd heard her talk about many, many times. He contacted me and said, Allison's been hurt. Said she was found this morning in a town called Riverbend, Alaska. And they held her for about 5 hours. They beat her. They raped her. They slit her throat. She has broken bones, pushed her out of the back of the moving van. And she's in the hospital right now in ICU. When she was finally discharged, RJ, her partner, confessed to her that he had kind of been a rogue DEA agent. He said that Allison could testify against him and he needed her to disappear.
What?
Eventually, she escaped from this, and in the process of her escaping, she got shot in the leg. I got contacted by a lieutenant. I was told she began hemorrhaging and eventually lost so much blood, and she died.
What the hell?
Completely devastated. I've lost 2 women in my life in literally less than a year.
So obviously a very difficult year for Bart until he miraculously found out that Allison was in fact still alive after her boss, Lieutenant Travis, notified Bart of the miracle through a text message.
Lieutenant Travis.
I thought this has to be a cruel joke. I mean, I can't believe she's alive. If she's alive, I would have heard from her, right?
Yeah.
Finally, the next day, I got not only a text, I got a phone call. I even asked for a picture. I asked Allison specifically, send me a picture of yourself, and she did. She sent me a picture of her sitting up in the hospital bed, giving me a thumbs up, showing me she was okay. That's when I realized she's still alive. This is not a joke.
All right.
I found out she was going to be transferred a few days later, and she was going to fly on a medical flight to Walter Reed Hospital in Maryland.
Yep.
I guess the fatal mistake finally happened. I'm very into flying. I love airplanes. And I asked her, is there any way you can take your phone and snap a picture of the plane? It's a military flight. It's cool. So she did. She took about 3 or 4 pictures and texted them to me. The first one looked completely normal, no problems.
Yep.
The second one was an inside shot. Looked a little weird because it didn't match up to what the outside of the aircraft was.
Uh-oh.
So I took it and reverse Google image searched it. And when I did, I found that all of the photos were fake. I mean, they weren't taken by her. So the more I thought about it, I began thinking, well, I wonder if she lied to me once. What else could she have lied about? So I began reverse Google image searching every single image Allison ever sent me.
Damn!
All the images of her, I didn't find anything. Everything was legitimate. But some of the travel pictures
You are
that she
right.
sent me when she was taking
After
pictures,
all that, she wouldn't be sending no
they were
pictures
all
smiling.
fake. I went to see my friend Allie. I took her to dinner that night, and upon dropping her off at her place, I noticed that she had left her car keys in my car. I picked up her car keys and I looked, and there was a library card on it with the name Jean, not Allie.
Ooh.
And that's when I realized Allie was also lying to me.
Ooh.
So what the hell's going on here? Remember, we had Megan who dies within weeks of meeting Bart.
Yes.
He says, all right. He steps in there and finds love again with the DEA agent, Allison. Remember, she died, but then she came back to life.
Yep.
Here's what happens next.
The fear came in this when I didn't fully know what was going on. When I first started realizing that Jean had lied to me, I didn't know what her motives were. To show you the great lengths that Jean went to fool me, while Allison was in the hospital, Jean actually had to have a fake bracelet made with my name and number on it, photograph it on her or some girl's arm, and send it to me.
Damn.
I mean, the details that she went to was absolutely crazy. This person has stayed in my house. She stayed in my parents' house. She's actually helped take care of my children before. I mean, it really is sick. I don't fully understand why she did this. I would like to get to the bottom of that. You know, what was her reasoning? What would cause a person to do something like this? If she really liked me, if I was really her friend and she wanted to be my friend, why would she watch me suffer like that? I don't understand what the sick thrill would be to control life and death in someone's life. That's twisted.
The suspenseful music is meant to reel you in.
Absolutely.
It's meant to reel in
I
these
withdrew.
boomers that are at
like
home
this.
at 3 o'clock in the
No,
afternoon
I
with
get
nothing else
that.
to see
In
but
fact,
this.
Let's take a look
And
at
to be
this.
fair, it's
We
reeling you
have
in too.
Jean.
It's reeling me in as well. I can't
Jean
wait.
actually made up Megan.
Yeah,
Just out of whole
absolutely.
cloth.
Completely made up.
All right, but then when she does bite the dust, then Allie comes on the scene
Yes.
to comfort you.
I trusted her completely from the moment she called and texted me because Megan had recommended, what a good person she was.
Yeah, and not knowing that it was Jean and Jean had created her.
Not at all.
Okay, then you get this email from Allison.
Yeah, who wouldn't
Yes.
respond to that? I
Well,
mean, I saw those
sure.
eyes and I'm like, wow,
Yeah. Then she starts talking.
Yes.
So then you find out that Megan is really Danielle, and you find out that Allison is really Amanda.
Yes.
Okay, now what you guys may not know is that there is a connection between these girls and this girl. But
Ooh.
what is it?
All right.
You don't know how shocked I was when I started finding out the truth.
Okay, and then now there's a backstory for Megan. We're talking about details here. She sent Bart pictures
Talking
of
about
hospital in her
details here.
hospital room.
Absolutely. Her brother was having to leave the hospital. I didn't want her to be there alone. And I said, it's kind of awkward meeting at a hospital, but I cleared my schedule. I have a heart. I'm a nice guy. And I said, I booked a flight to Cleveland, Ohio, hotel room, rental car, paid for it all. The night before I was to fly out, that's when she died.
From leukemia.
Yeah.
Her brother sent Bart Megan's jewelry and ashes from her cremation.
Months later, yes. They're real human ashes.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah. You think?
So then we get to Allison.
Yeah.
There's a complex backstory for her. Under 24-hour, 7-day-a-week supervision by DEA agent Sarah, who reaches out to you.
Yeah, Allison had been was a DEA agent. She testified in a drug trial in Chicago. They put out a hit on her life, and so the U.S. Marshal Service was protecting her, and that's why I couldn't see her. She was in protection being hidden.
So April 2013, she's forced into hiding in the Netherlands after her partner RJ at the DEA went rogue.
Yep.
She arrives in the Netherlands. She's numb and dazed.
Damn.
She's sexually assaulted nightly for days.
Damn.
Like 7 days, yeah.
Shot while trying to escape the Netherlands. Then on June 7th, she had to have her leg amputated, and she dies.
Yep.
So then June 10th, she's found alive because the hospital had one of those darn mix-ups.
A simple mix-up. A simple hospital
They
mix-up.
confused her with another guy.
But in between those 3 days, I picked out a casket. I made funeral arrangements. I mean, I'm planning a funeral for this girl.
So who does this kind of thing? What kind of person would go to such great lengths to break Bart's heart? Not once, but twice. Well, you know what? She's here. And boy, do I have some questions for this catfish.
For about a year, I catfished a guy named Bart pretending to be two different women. A woman named Megan and a woman named Allison. I did enjoy aspects of it because I did have something to do and I had that connection.
And later, you basically had an emotional affair under an assumed name 3 times with this gentleman.
I still have unanswered questions. Whose ashes were those? Whose human ashes did I have in my
That's
house?
a great. Whose ashes were those?
With me as these other people when she was sitting right in front of me.
How the fuck do you
What was
just
her
get
reason
human
for
ashes?
Causing some of these deaths?
Where do you go get
I've
that?
been lied to so much. It's hard to know what's real and what's not.
Well, Bart claims he was catfished by a woman he did not know. So who is this woman that lured Bart into this warped and
It was
twisted
burnt
love
coffee
trap?
grounds. It wasn't real ashes.
We're about to find out. Take a look.
They just burnt some paper.
My name is Jeannie. I've been married for 7 years. I have a 4-year-old son.
What?
And I'm an EMT student and a stay-at-home mom.
Oh my
I
God.
did all this because I was just looking for connection, for friendship, and something to do. I was bored. I picked Danielle and Amanda because
hasn't
they're
done
just
this
really
before?
pretty.
Who hasn't?
They are just gorgeous girls, and that's what gets attention, you know. I was pretending to be Megan. I did start to feel like this guy is a really nice guy, and I don't want to hurt him, and obviously what I'm doing is wrong. When Bart started getting intense, it was scary.
Oh,
because
hey,
that's when I
hey.
started to panic. And about 2 weeks into our connection,
You on thin
I
ice,
told
buddy.
him
No,
that Megan had cancer.
Mm.
I was trying to give myself an out. I didn't realize how connected he was to her. After I let Megan die, he was devastated. He was just really crushed. And so I made up another character named Allie. And that character was completely me. And I was just
you
trying
didn't lie,
to
but
be
fuck.
there for him. I did enjoy aspects of it because I did have something to do and I had that connection. Other parts I didn't enjoy because I knew I was lying to my husband and I knew that I was hurting people. And
Can we get the husband? Can we get the husband's take? Can we
had
get him in
talked
here?
Megan a little bit. I created Allison. I basically made her his dream girl. Everything that he liked, that we had talked about, things that he had said he wanted in a girl, that's what I used.
Yeah, DA.
I read a lot
the
of
dream.
books, crime novels and all that kind of stuff. I got really creative with Allison as far as her career. Allison couldn't meet with him because she was a federal agent and
Yep.
she had to go for training. She
Yep.
was on missions.
Yep.
She had to testify in some case and they had to put her in witness protection. She got beat up. She lost her leg. Just all sorts of really outrageous stories. It would explain why he couldn't see her in person. Eventually, Bart figured everything out. I feel embarrassed. I feel guilty. If Bart was here, I would tell him that I'm really sorry.
Damn. Well,
Okay, what the hell were you thinking? What the hell were you thinking to play with somebody's life like this?
I never had the intention of doing this, of making anything like this big. I was bored and I was a stay-at-home mom looking for connection with people. My husband and I were having issues.
But you didn't do this once, you didn't do this twice, you did this 3 times. So if you thought, whoa, I never expected it to get that big. You could have just moonwalked right out of this deal and been gone, but you didn't. You knew it was huge.
Yes, absolutely, you're right. And I was embarrassed, and I didn't want to admit things. I didn't want to admit that I was doing something wrong.
But then you just quit, right? I mean, you can just quit after the first one. You do Megan, and you go, whoa, that got a lot deeper than I thought. This man is hurting here.
And that's why I went further, because he was hurting so bad. And
But you went further because you liked the attention.
I did like the attention.
And so you fed on it, right?
Absolutely, yes.
And so you created all, how did you keep it straight? Seriously, did you have a chart?
No, I had a very hard time keeping it straight. Absolutely, I did.
Take me through the moment that you decided to box up some human ashes and send those to him.
I had...
Where'd you get them?
They're a friend of mine that passed away.
How did you get your friend's ashes?
How did you get your friend's ashes?
Them to me.
The mother gives you the ashes.
Mm-hmm.
And you think,
oh my God,
put these to good use. You just put some in a Ziploc, or how did you do it?
That's nuts.
Just all of them. There wasn't very much, and
how'd you contain them? What'd you put them in?
She's
in a bag.
Hold on.
That's what they. There wasn't very much.
Hold on. I gotta
how'd you
get.
contain them?
She's geeking. Oh my God, she's geeking. What the? Oh, lady, it unpurse your lips, cause it ain't that serious. What the fuck are you on, ma'am? Shit.
What'd you put them in?
They're in a bag. That's what they come in. Bag? It's like a plastic bag. Nothing. It's
like
not a
Ziploc.
No, it's not a
They were in
Ziploc
a plastic bag.
Like
they were placed in a martini shaker, and I took it to my place, and I left it in my room, and it was 5 feet from my bed. I slept several nights with it.
Grown ass man named Bart.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that now? What he's just saying?
I'm horrified.
He went through a grieving process for your entertainment. You said you were bored and lonely, right? You wanted to have, and so you wanted to salve your boredom and
vote for Dr. Phil, by the way. 2014 People's Choice Award, favorite daytime host. Go vote for him.
Telling him the truth. I put him through this.
Everybody, let's vote Dr. Phil. Let's show the big man our support.
For doing this, I really do.
You felt so horrible that you did it twice more?
Absolutely. Yeah, I kept going.
What was your payoff for going forward?
Man, you die and your friend gives your ashes to you. Somebody that catfishing. Oh my God, that's diabolical.
Help Bart in a way.
That's so
I felt
nasty.
like I was helping him.
Do you know how many women I missed out on dating? There could have been something there.
And there were so many times, Bart, that you talked to me as Allie, and you said, I can't deal with this anymore. Excuse my language. And I told you, you need to go. You need to move on, and you need to.
But I was so emotionally involved, and I would have cut. I would have.
Are you criticizing
no,
him?
Absolutely not. No.
For hanging in there after you brutalized him emotionally?
I am not. I was.
You want to vote for
Gazi?
All right.
Hey,
respect.
I know that. What I did was wrong, and I'm not
I
trying
will
to put anything back
assume
on you.
the responsibility of the people.
That I did was wrong.
If the people want me,
I'm sorry.
people got me.
I'm sorry.
Jeannie pretended to be Megan's brother and sent Bart a journal that they claimed was Megan's before she died. And here's an excerpt. Don't feel good. Yuck. But at least no chemo today. Last night I vomited blood. A lot of blood. I'm a little worried. Having some breathing trouble. Bart will be here Tuesday evening. I'm so excited to see his arms around me. You remember getting that?
Broke my heart. Yeah, absolutely broke my heart.
Tell me again why after Megan died that you created Allie.
I felt bad that he was just on his own, and I was just trying to be his friend.
Next, Jeannie says she not only lied to Bart, but also her husband, who does not know the real reason she flew to Los Angeles, which was to appear on the show. She claims she wants tips from me on how to break the news to him when she returns home. But the real questions are, why does Jeannie create elaborate lies, and will she ever stop?
She won't. Spoiler alert, she won't. Oh, All right. Be back.
Does your husband know about this?
No.
Why does he think you're here today?
He thinks I'm here to see a friend.
Wow.
No, you're on the Dr.
No,
Phil
he
show.
doesn't. No.
Wow.
I was just
I'm
curious
going
see
to
if you got
Hollywood
your
to see a
husband decided
friend.
to stop
You turn on the
using deception
TV,
in
you see your wife
Because
on Dr.
parents at
Phil
this age of 7 out of
catfishing a
10
dude.
Now deceived your husband. I
Oh.
don't know if he watches the Dr. Phil show, but I got a
Damn.
fair chance he probably knows somebody who does, or
Yeah.
somebody whose wife does. And somebody's going to watch this and say, by the way,
I'm going to talk to him about it. Yeah, absolutely. But
he has no idea.
no, he doesn't.
Because you basically had an emotional affair under an assumed name 3 times with this gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's cheating in my book.
So 3 times you've had emotional affairs with her.
Yeah.
Using assumed names.
Yeah.
You little tramp. It's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, you must have 180 IQ to have cracked this. Seriously, you gave this. You were smart. You got a thread, and you just kept pulling until you got to the answer.
I flew all over the United States. I literally cleared my schedule when this started unraveling. I flew to several places in the United States, and I was determined. It was the last thing I did. I was going to get to the bottom of this. I was going to see who's real, who's not, and what's going on.
Let me ask you a question. How many times have you or are you doing this with others right now?
I'm not doing this with anybody else. I talked to several guys before Bart.
Jeannie.
What?
You've not used fake pictures before. You've not tried to engage with other guys before. So we just happened to catch you on the first one.
There were many before Bart that I talked to.
Oh.
Did you use fake pictures with him?
Yes.
Because I
did.
just asked you and you said
I'm
no.
sorry.
Now
I
you're
thought
saying
you
yes.
meant, Dr. Phil, I thought you meant.
Yeah, that one was so.
After
I
the whole
honestly-
thing is blown up. That's what I
kind of like Gina. I kind of like Gina. She's got a confidence. She got a little swag to her.
Pictures.
Wow. Well, you know what's
yes.
coming up next after the break?
Everybody loves the cat.
You are going to love this.
Everybody loves the cat. Everybody
the real
loves going.
women behind the pictures of Megan and Allison are here.
Ooh.
I'm going to reveal their connection when we come back. Plus, are they ready to confront Jeannie and ask some questions? We'll be right back.
Megan was a girl named Danielle. I knew her vaguely from high school. And then Amanda was Allison. I knew her from high school as well.
Damn.
It's been almost 10 years since I've seen either one of those girls.
Oh boy. That's crazy.
Well, that was Jeannie, who admits to using the Facebook pictures of 2 former high school classmates to catfish Bart, a man she met on an online dating site. Now, Jeannie created a character named Megan, and to do it, she used former classmate Danielle, a girl she went to high school with. Here's what Danielle has to say about all this.
My name is Daniela. My photo was stolen and used to create an online profile of a person named Megan. It was a little awkward knowing that someone was in love with a person who they'd never actually met. I feel sorry for Bart because his heart was taken advantage of. I mean, he's a very nice person and he just had the best intentions and this person completely just broke his heart. I believe that Jean does have a few mental health issues. If she can so easily do this, I mean, she had the opportunity to leave it after Megan's death, yet she continued to do it and reopen more accounts so she could still keep in contact with Bart. I mean, at that point, enough is enough. She should have realized, hey, this is not okay, I should stop this here. And that filter for her, it seems like it's gone.
This has got to be so surreal.
This is so
for
crazy.
you, because this man lovingly grieved your tragic death.
I know.
He slept with your ashes on his nightstand.
Damn.
Not cuddle.
No, on
Damn.
your nightstand.
Make that clear.
And now to see this woman that you were so invested in, You have to tell me what you're thinking right now.
Well, right now I'm okay because Danielle and I have become friends from this whole thing. But when I first met her, when she didn't know I was going to meet her. I just walked in. Literally, I found out where she worked because I didn't know if she was involved in this somehow. I didn't know what the truth was.
Yeah.
So I had to get to the truth. I found out where she worked at, and I went to that city, and I literally showed up at her workplace, and I knew that if she was guilty, when she saw me and looked me in the eye, that she was going to like freak out or something. But she had a blank look. She's like, "Hi, how can I help you?" And I said, "We need to talk."
You went to high school together, but you don't remember her at all.
Imagine somebody pulled up on you and like saying that you have been the face of somebody getting catfished. That's crazy. Somebody pulls up to you at your job and lets you know, hey, somebody that you went to high school with 10 years ago, they said you were dead, bro. They said you were dead in that catfish. That's crazy. That's so nuts.
I don't.
What do you have to say to her?
I just want to know why you chose my picture, why you chose to. I mean, there's really personal pictures, like my one with my grandmother and my cousins. That's the last time I saw my grandma. I can't even look at the picture without crying. I'm sorry. I mean, that's a huge issue for me. Like, you know, why would you use me?
You were pretty, and your picture was just there. Facebook kept telling me I should be friends with you because we went to the same high school, and that was that.
Did you hear her say before you came out that she sent your picture, she used your picture before this?
Yeah, that was actually the first time I've heard that, which I'm not very pleased about, that I have to say.
Yeah, I know.
What do you say to her?
The only thing I can say is sorry. I'm sorry.
Up next, we'll meet the other woman in this love triangle, Allison, whose real name is Amanda. She does know Jeannie and has a few things to say to her. You mentioned Amanda. Well, she was Jeannie's other classmate. And she is also here. And here's what she has to say.
First meeting with Bart, I was nervous. Obviously, I've never met this person. The whole situation is just crazy to me. He was very emotional, and he couldn't look at me in the eye because he was in love with this person. And to like meet me, and I don't even know who he is. I mean, it has to be just weird. What's sick, I mean, is Bart was devastated because of this, was in love with this person, and she died. Allison died, and Jean flew all the way from where she's living to comfort him, and she's standing there rubbing his back over this person who died. It's just crazy. I think Jean likes the drama, or so many deaths in her stories. I'm angry that she involved my twin brother Brady in this story, especially.
Got the brother involved?
Died.
Oh my
That's
God.
what hurt me more than anything.
What do you say about all of this?
I just feel violated. I mean, he has hundreds of pictures of me. And I think what hurts me is, you know, I knew her in high school. We were friends. I mean, we were acquaintances. I just feel violated. I feel like my identity has been stolen. And then to hear that other people have seen these photos, I just feel like, exposed, embarrassed. It was just...
How do you feel about that?
I feel terrible. I mean, what I did was wrong, and I know that, and I feel awful that I put everybody through this.
Why did you want to be here today? Why did you agree to come today?
Because I want to take responsibility for what I did. I owe it to these 3 people and more people to be here and tell the truth.
Yeah. And do you get that your reasoning and your problem solving here? You said, I was lonely, I was bored, I didn't have connection with people, that this was a really dysfunctional way to meet those needs.
Absolutely.
You say you're getting professional help,
Yes.
true?
Mm-hmm.
And is it helping you?
It is, absolutely.
And
that's why I'm here, because I'm taking responsibility for my actions.
And I hope you use this as a watershed event to move forward in your life.
This is-
And, you know, if you get bored, a hobby. Do something.
I mean,
but don't.
In theory,
use
I
other
respect her
people
for coming
and
on
their
the show
lives
confronting it, but then again,
to
like,
do
man,
that. I
you
mean,
coming
that's
up here
that's a
crying like
cruel
you're the victim.
Thing, and
You're not the victim.
Yeah, I do believe at one point you didn't think
You
through
literally
how
acting.
far
Oh my god.
and what impact this would have on people.
You are married. You got kids.
Fortunately,
and you doing this shit.
Nobody's
That's nuts.
Really dead. Nobody got
That's the good news.
bankrupt.
That's the good news.
Really, I mean, yeah, it's like life looks better again.
I had a friend said you can either let this make you bitter or better, and we are choosing to let it make us better.
Yes, exactly. Well, I hope you do the same thing. All right, next, we're going to switch gears to another type of online deception with a man who says his ex-girlfriend falsely accused him of posting revenge porn.
Yes.
You'll understand.
Star,
We'll
you just got here. You're in some mess. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have to tail into the mess, but you're in some mess.
Holly claimed that I had emailed her boss and coworkers with pictures of her naked and links to videos I had been posted online.
Right when we broke up, he changed my Facebook profile to a nude photo of me.
None of these accusations were true, are true, or ever will be true.
Jacobs says she had no idea that her ex-boyfriend would post explicit photographs and videos that she shared with him and him alone while dating. But instead of hiding, she spoke out publicly against revenge porn. Take a look.
Can you imagine your most revealing pictures ending up online for everyone to see?
It's called revenge porn.
It's a growing form of...
A lot of y'all first put it out there for free, but you know, it is what it is.
And NBC's Carrie Sanders shows us how she's fighting.
Damn, Matt Lauer. Jeez, that's a jump scare.
When her life suddenly turned upside down. Naked pictures she had sent to her boyfriend years before showed up on the web.
I just felt like my life was ruined.
Jacob sued her ex-boyfriend Ryan Say in civil court, becoming, it's believed, the first person in Florida to sue someone for allegedly distributing revenge pornography. Say is also facing related criminal charges, including stalking and unlawful publication.
Damn.
Well, Ryan vehemently denies the charges, saying someone hacked his computer. After this dispute being played out in the headlines, all charges against Ryan were recently dropped. In a Dr. Phil exclusive interview, Ryan says he is ready to finally tell his side of the story.
Holly and I started dating in 2005. The setting of nude photos actually began because Holly decided that looking at pornography was tantamount to cheating. So she decided that if she was in the pictures, it would not be cheating. Holly was very paranoid, so Holly created a completely separate email account to send any private information, whether it was nude pictures, sexy messages, videos, etc. Around the end of 2008, we did stop the relationship, and it was surprisingly cordial and amicable. Years later, I did receive a...
I know this dude goes crazy on Smash Bros.
Holly claimed that I had emailed her boss and coworkers with pictures of her naked and links to videos I had been posted online. She also claimed that I had physically stalked her outside of her apartment. None of these accusations were true, are true, or ever will be true. The petitioner, Holly, and her attorney were not able to provide any evidence that I had created Facebook profiles, uploaded any pictures, naked or elsewise, so of course it was dismissed. Now my ex-girlfriend is going on international media exposing these pictures.
I'm joined by Holly Jacobs and her lawyer.
And saying these slanderous things about me.
Tell our viewers what happened to you. I was dating somebody for 3 years. Right when we broke up, he changed my Facebook profile to a nude photo of me. 6 months later, he posted several of those photos up on a website.
Well, she's definitely on a media blitz against me. Holly's been doing enough media that a publicist would be proud.
And then years later, he made my material go viral when he found out that I was dating somebody new.
I was not the one to distribute these pictures, upload them. It was not me. At some point, Holly is going to have to accept that.
Okay, so Ryan, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We've not talked about this before, but she's been talking everywhere.
Yes, she has.
If you didn't do this, how did it happen? They are the pictures that were on your computer, correct?
They are definitely pictures that were on my computer. Holly had sent them to me via email. I don't really know how this actually got out, but it could be on Holly's side or my side. But at some place, yes, we've had a definite breach of security.
Have you ever had that happen before?
Yes, I was part of a rather large corporate hacking where 400,000 emails and passwords were posted online by hackers. And my email was one of them.
So you're saying
Blame the hackers.
absolutely
I didn't post it.
you
I didn't do
did
it.
not
It was the
share
hackers.
these pictures with anyone.
There is 100% no chance that I shared these pictures with anyone.
Well, we actually invited Holly to be on the show. And here is her statement. After giving it some thought and sleeping on it last night, I decided that I really wouldn't be comfortable going on the show if Ryan is on there in any capacity whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, as my
I wouldn't be
was
comfortable
willing to
around
come,
Ryan either. I
but
can't
none
lie
of
to you.
you came, and I felt like you needed a chance to tell your story.
No, I appreciate that.
Ryan's ex, Holly Jacobs, says he was out for revenge after their breakup, and here's what she believes motivated Ryan. Take a look.
He posted several of those photos up on a website, amihoternotnude.com. And then years later, he made my material go viral when he found out that I was dating somebody new.
Ryan says his ex-girlfriend, Holly Jacobs, falsely accused him of uploading naked pictures and intimate videos of her on at least 178 revenge porn sites. Do you think she knows you didn't?
That's something that, honestly, I go back and forth with on a day-to-day basis.
This was not an ugly, set your clothes on fire, slit your tires kind of breakup.
No.
And this was
No.
not all that
No.
long after you guys had broken up, right?
No, and that was actually after pictures had actually been posted in 2009 on Facebook, where she had actually contacted me and said, not, hey, did you do these things? More of, watch out, our pictures are out there. You're a victim. I'm sorry. How do we fix this?
That's a lot of websites. That's a lot of fucking websites.
And then our relationship just...
That's a lot of
We're
websites,
friends,
man.
too.
I don't know.
Blew back up.
I don't know, G.
I was very surprised when I received a letter in the mail. Yes.
Well, I'm glad you came here to tell your side of the story because she's done a lot of talking and you have not said a peep about it until now.
Which has hurt me, definitely.
Well,
We're
but you're,
just-
you're saying it now, and I think you've
That is how we
given
end
an
it?
accounting of yourself, Ryan. Thank you.
Very much.
I want to thank all of my guests today. Thanks for being here. So long.
That's how the episode ends. Fuck it. Revenge porn is bad. Don't fucking do it. You know, it is what it is. I say it is what it is. Don't do that. Don't if you got that. That's it. That's it for tonight. I said we're gonna do two episodes. You know, it is what it is. But I like it. I think we can do this pretty reoccurring. Find some fun. I don't know how I've become just watching these daytime TV shows with y'all, but I like it. I like doing this shit. It's fun. It's nice for everybody to interact. I typically have a guest, but it's nice to do it with just somebody that's for me and you to talk. You know, we can have this conversation. Thank you all so much. A little bit of news and notes. Thank you. The Ghazi Goods latest drop, the Don't Bite collection, has been great. A lot of y'all, some of y'all that I've seen on here, has been, the response has been crazy. Some of y'all have bought it. It's a departure from a style that I've done, but I appreciate each and every one of you that have either bought some, even if you haven't bought it, retweeted, liked it, shared it, just in any form of fashion. GhaziGoods.com. I'll put it in the chat just in case you haven't seen it. Yes, there you go. There's the merch site. You know how it is with it. Yeah, please give me all your money. Blow all your money to me. It goes to a good cause. It goes to a great cause. I might move Dr. Phil to Wednesday, White Woman Wednesday. I might do it. That's a good suggestion, Carl. It is what it is. Typically, I do tell y'all to do something nice for somebody. I have a very personal thing for y'all. As you might have seen, Hurricane Helene has come through here. You know, me, a native and still resident of North Carolina. I I'm safe. The storm was bad, but unfortunately, the western part of the state, the mountains, particularly Asheville, got hit very, very hard. Flooding. I'm sure you've seen it online. It's pooled. It's just staying. Bridges, infrastructure in the western part of the state has just completely collapsed due to this hurricane. And it's been crazy. It's tragic to see, knowing a lot of people they're literally stranded within their homes, within their areas, because they literally cannot have anywhere else to go. But it kind of one of the things that I'll talk about with it being just somewhere to put your love, put your effort, put your energy. When I say do something nice for somebody this week, let's do something nice for somebody. Nice for people. In my home state, in my home, it means a lot. I say here's some very good places where you can, if you have the money or have the time, donate, share. I said the Manna Food Bank in Asheville, Beloved Asheville, the Foothills Food Club. Like these are places in which they need to support. It's a really messed up situation. And I very well might be doing a charity stream for at some point this next week. I might, depending on how my schedule or how other things are allowed and allocated. But yes, please, if you don't do anything this week, hey, I really appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me and a lot to everybody else here in North Carolina if you can help those who genuinely do need it, because it's really messed up. No food, no water, no electricity, no connection to the outside world. It really can't even be reported properly how much damage and extensive stuff. We've already had people lost due to it. I believe we're at 11 right now. 11 unfortunate people that have passed, and we don't know the extent yet. Hopefully, things will be dried up enough and enough. Infrastructure will be, or at least can be, done. But yes, appreciate you. If you can donate anything, or if not, just share, see what you see. It is what it is. I appreciate your support regardless. Other than that, that's it. Hey, appreciate y'all for showing up tonight. Thank you. Hey, I got nothing else. Like I said, hopefully we'll be back next week. If not, we'll keep it pushing. I'll see y'all next time. We'll keep this thing rolling. We'll keep this thing rolling. All right. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.